Today began with a little drama, something we had hoped would not happen, though. Given the risk we took yesterday by letting the chicks spend so much time in the chicken run, we were not entirely surprised. We opened the brooder with some concern. At first, it was a great relief to see that all 5 chicks were moving, but very soon we noticed that Peanut was not eating. Instead, she was resting off to one side of the brooder, and that was definitely unusual. Usually, once we open the flaps, the chicks begin their day at once, stretching, pecking around, and looking for food. Then we remembered that she had already seemed a little less active than the others the night before. While the others were still enjoying their evening meal, she had lowered her body to the ground and rested there. She did drink a little, but then settled down again. We felt all their crops. The other 4 had empty crops, but Peanut's was still partly full. That worried us. I did some reading and learned that a slow or impacted crop might sometimes be helped by gentle massage. So I picked her up and lightly massaged her crop. She seemed very comfortable in my hands, and at moments she even appeared to doze off during the half hour I spent gently working with her. In between, we gave her 2 drops of olive oil, and later a little water mixed with raw apple cider vinegar, because we had read that it might help digestion. After that, once she was back in the brooder, she began moving a little more actively. By mid-morning, she was clearly looking better. When we later brought the brooder out into the sun, my wife massaged her once more. After that, when fresh feed was offered, she began eating again like the others. Still concerned, I picked her up and put her into a separate box for a while, but she was clearly unhappy there and chirped loudly, so we put her back with the others. By noon, she seemed fully herself again. What a relief. The weather was beautiful, so we brought the brooder out to the chicken run again and removed the chicken wire lid. One by one, they leaped down to the ground much sooner than they had yesterday and ran around with obvious delight. Jujube took the lead this time. As soon as she disappeared from sight, both Peanut and Soybean almost jumped simultaneously, stirring Blackberry and Apple in between them. Apple took her leap soon after and landed right among the flock. Blackberry hesitated a little longer, then jumped down as well, landing first on the curb and then on the ground. Their joyful exploration began almost immediately. Later, when we checked on them again, Blackberry was taking another dust bath, while the others seemed more interested in exploring. Apple even took the opportunity to run loose, venturing outside the fence when I had the door open to film them. She did not go far though, and seemed almost to respond when I called her back. Once the run was in shadow, around 4 p.m., we gathered all 5 chicks into the box and moved it to the southern side of our house, where the sun was still shining. Then, just before the last sunlight disappeared, we wanted to give them one more little moment of fun before taking them indoors. We also needed to get them out of the box so that we could change the bedding. So we removed the chicken wire, and exactly as we expected, one by one, they jumped up to the rim and prepared for another leap, greater height than the leap to the ground of the chicken run, because the flaps were upright and the box itself was set on a stand above the ground. This time, Apple took the lead. The others looked almost ready to settle on the rim for a while, but Apple seemed to stir them into action, as if reminding them, "Let us be a little bolder." Peanut followed immediately after her. I could not help imagining that perhaps they remembered yesterday, when they had been the last to leap down into the chicken run. Maybe today they wanted to reclaim a little honor, being the largest birds in the flock. Then Jujube jumped, followed closely by Soybean, and now the brave Blackberry of yesterday was left behind. She took much longer this time, as if gathering her courage, Perhaps the height gave her pause, but then she jumped and made the longest leap of all. In landing, she seemed to knock lightly against the concrete block wall of the raised bed and slide off it. We were worried when we saw that. We could not tell whether she had done it intentionally, using the wall almost as part of her landing, or whether she had simply misjudged the jump because of her lingering neurological issue, since she still spins now and then. Either way, once she landed, she regained her balance and joined the others without any sign of injury, so perhaps it was not a mistake after all. I do not know whether they were reluctant when we finally picked them up one by one and returned them to the brooder once it was ready. Maybe they did not want the adventure to end. Or maybe they had so thoroughly enjoyed the excitement that they were content to be carried back. They did protest a little when my wife reached out for them, but not very much. We can never quite know, but it was surely an eventful day. Thank you for watching. If this was helpful or inspiring, please give it a like, share, subscribe, and tell me what you're growing in the comments. See you next time in the garden.